Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mod Squad. Tonight we are doing the Mod Squad Big Block Modifieds here at Fairbury. My name is Dave Ward. On behalf of Pushing the Cushion Productions, I want to welcome everybody out to the track tonight. As you can see, iRacing did an update today, and it is a Dust Bowl now on pretty much all of the dirt tracks, so should make for some interesting racing tonight to see how these guys can get around the track and get it squared away. Right now we are out in practice with Andrew Clark on top of the board with a 12.520. Logan Gill sitting in the second spot, Tyler Topman in third, Cameron Evans in fourth, and AJ Petrobowski in fifth. AJ Albreda in sixth, Nicholas Ham seventh, DC Smith eighth. So we are rounding out practice right now. The hot lap session will be expiring here shortly, and we will jump directly into qualifying. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We will be rocking and rolling here with heat race action shortly. No changes right now for the top 4 or 5 drivers here. So they are getting it done. Fairbury, one of those interesting tracks. It is a tiny little bull ring, and it will be interesting to see how these guys get around, especially with all the new updates that iRacing has provided. Should make for some great racing. Once again, we got about 1 minute left here in practice. Top 5 still Andrew Clark, Logan Gill, Tyler Topman, Cameron Evans, and AJ Petrobowski. And AJ Albreda in the 6th position. Nicholas Ham 7th. 8th is DC Smith. 9th is Mason Haney. And Brian Lawson top 10. And that's how they're running right now. All right, so checker flags are out here for hot laps. We will wait to see how they throw down here for qualification. AJ Albreda out on the track right now, and we'll see the other cars show up here on the left-hand side of your screen as they throw down qualifying laps. Pretty much everybody hitting the track right now, so it is going to be busy. We will be taking 3 drivers from each one of the heat races tonight straight into the A main. Looks like the track is fairly bumpy. As you can see, AJ really have to work that car around the track. He is sitting up on the top right now with a 12.782. Ryan Krause in second, and now Garrett Bauer going to go second fast. Andrew Clark dips in with in the 6th position with a 13.002. Let's see if he's still out finishing up his lap right there, and he's not going to go any faster, so Andrew Clark going to be back in about the 7th position. Right now it's AJ Albreda Garrett Bauer, Ryan Kraus, Tyler Parrish, and Cameron Evans is your top 5 drivers so far. Brian Lawson finishing up there. Lawson just outside the top 10, sitting in the 13th position. Let's see if we can find anybody on track here. Ethan Decker just sitting there. Kevin Robinson's out there giving it what she's got, Captain. Let's see. They're in the number 60. He is getting it done. Man, it is a dust bowl here now. After this update, it is definitely interesting, to say the least. It's going to make for a tough time for some of the drivers to see. As you can see here, riding along with Kevin Robinson, he doesn't have anybody in front of him at the moment, so that is a good thing. But you can see the gloss on the track as he yaws it out and brings it to a stop. All right, so we are finishing up with qualifying right now. Going to be jumping into heat race number 1 here momentarily. Should be seeing some cars hitting the track here in just a moment. Heat race number 1 is starting to take to the grid. Starting on the pole position in the number 77 is going to be DC Smith. Right there you can see him. Outside row number 1 is going to be Cody Jackson in the number 99. Row number 2 on the inside in the 7K from the Mod Squad, it is Ryan Kraus. Outside of him is AJ Albreda in the number 22. Row number 3 on the inside in the 22 JZ, it is Jeffrey Doherty. And outside row number 3 is going to be the 611 of Nicholas Ham. Rounding out the field is going to be Matt Irwin in the number 7. Says he's back in the pack, Matt. So we'll have to see if he can move up. And the top 3 drivers will go directly into the main event. We are green flag racing here at Fairbury in heat race number 1. 3 wide for the lead right there is the number 77 of Cody Jackson. DC Smith and AJ Albreda in the number 22. AJ going to pull out front and hold it down for the moment. As you can see, these guys are battling. Whoa! Hang on to her. That is DC Smith right there in the 77. Started out on the pole position. Dropped back early on there in the heat race. So the Dust Bowl continues here. We're going to ride along with Jeffrey Doherty for a minute. See what it looks like from his perspective. Or pretty close to it anyway. So here he goes. He is running in the 3rd position. Lots of dust on the track, but he still can see. Looks like you definitely don't want to be following the other drivers if at all possible. He is trying to find a way around right there. Pretty sick onboard shot right there with Jeffrey Doherty. AJ Albreda still out front as he is getting it done. There's a ride along with him for a lap as we go to the white flag. It's Albreda, Jackson, Doherty still Your top three. In fourth is Ryan Kraus in the 7K. Kraus coming up on Doherty, but the top three, it's going to be AJ Albreda in the number 22, Cody Jackson, and Jeffrey Doherty taking those top three spots. Ryan Kraus just outside in the fourth position. Here we go. We are getting ready for heat race number 2. Starting on the pole position is going to be the number 711 of William Evans. Outside row number 1 in the 98, it's going to be Andrew Clark from the Mod Squad. Inside row number 2 in the number 10 car, it is Tyler Parrish. Outside of him in the number 27, it's Garrett Bauer. Row number 3 on the inside in the number 34 from Mud Dog Motorsports, it's Brian Lawson. Outside of him is going to be the number 60 car from Phase 3 Racing of Kevin Robinson II. Rounding out the field right now in the number 89 car, starting worst, looking to go first, it's Mason Haney in the number 89 from GRFX Motorsports. That's a lot. That's a mouthful right there, boy. Here we go. So we are going to get ready to go green flag racing here in heat race number 2 at Fairbury. So William Evans going to bring him around to the start. And pace truck is off. We'll be looking for him to light the tires here coming out of turn number 4. It's green flag. Back at Fairbury in heat race number 2. Number 98, Andrew Clark working all the way up on the top shelf. Tyler Parrish in the number 10 was looking down the inside. Now he has slid back just a little bit. Garrett Bauer now trying to take that final transfer position in the number 27. It's going to be side by side. Oh, Lawson gets hung up from Garrett Bauer. And Tyler Parrish battling for that third transfer position, taking Brian Lawson out, unfortunately. Tough break there. Let's go back and take a look at it here. Lawson in the 34. Watch as he comes up on Parrish. And Bauer gets into Bauer, then gets upside down, goes for a slide for life, tries to get clear. So he looks like he's going to have to try and race into the big show tonight. Tough break for him. Andrew Clark going to be leading out in this one. We are past halfway here in heat race number 2. Looks like we'll be going back to a single file restart. The 711 of William Evans. Nope, we're doubling them up right now. There we go. So William Evans going to be trying to keep up with Andrew Clark on the restart. Let's see as we're getting ready to come down to the green. Evans better get up there to get up alongside of him. He is leaving that outside line out to dry, and that is not going to be good. Andrew Clark's loving it, though. So is Tyler Parrish now in second. William Evans just lost the third position to Garrett Bauer. The battle right now is for that final transfer position. White flag is out on the field. This one's going to come all the way down to it. Here we go. And the 711 trying to squeak it out on the inside. They get together. Going by the line, it's going to be Clark, Parrish, Bauer with the top 3. Then Evans, Robinson, Haney, Clark, and Lawson. Heat race number 3 getting ready to take to the grid right now. So some great racing already. I think that's a good sign for things to come here in the A main. Heat race number 3 taken to the track right now. In the number 99 on the inside pole position, it's going to be Tom LeBar from the Mod Squad. Outside of him is going to be AJ Petrobowski in the all-black tiny number 72 there. On the inside, row number 2, it's going to be Cameron Evans in the 02E. And also on the outside in the number 6, it's Tyler Totman. Row number 3 on the inside in the blue and green, number 28 from the Mod Squad, it is Logan Gill. Bradley Steinruck going to start outside row number 3 in the 02 JR. Ethan Decker going to go from worst, hoping to go first. There he is in the number 5. That's a pretty sharp looking car. And we are going to get down to it here as we are green flag racing in heat race number 3. AJ Petrobowski out front right now. As you can see, he has a whole hornet's nest chasing him down as we speak. Topman getting into a little bit with Ethan Decker back there in the back. Topman now trying to make it 3 wide. He is looking to transfer into the A main off the rip here, as Logan Gill holds down the second position unchallenged at the moment. Tom LeBar dropping back to 5th position. Cameron Evans being shown as the last transfer position, but Tyler Totman working down the inside in the number 6. Totman going to try and squeak it out and see if he has what it takes to take the short way around the track, making Evans run that higher line. And he is clicking off the laps as AJ Petrobowski out front unchallenged at the moment. Logan Gill running in that second position but can't catch up to him. He's trying to reel him in as we go around and around. Lap number 7, getting ready to click off 8 here in a minute. Petrobowski now with about a 3 to 4 car length, about 0.8 of a second. Let's check back in on that third transfer position as we go to the white flag. It's Evans and Totman battling. Evans is going to get it. Totman just outside the transfer. He's got to be bummed about that one. He was right there. Looked like Tom LeBar pulled it in early on that one. So tough break for him. He's going to have to work his way in. But Petrobowski, Gill, and Evans with the transfer positions. And Totman just outside. We will be running a B main. And it looks like 1 to the feature. Only 1 driver to the feature. This might be interesting here. 14 drivers will be starting in the B main. And here we go. Starting on the pole position from the Mod Squad in the 7K, it is Ryan Kraus. Outside row number 1 in the number 711, it is William Evans. Row number 2 on the inside is going to be the number 6 of Tyler Totman. Outside row number 1 in the 611 car, it's going to be Nicholas Ham. Row number 3 on the inside in the 60B from Phase 3 Racing, it's Kevin Robinson. Outside of him in the 02 JR, it is Bradley Steinruck. Row number 3 on the inside, the number 7 Dale car, it is Matt back in the pack Irwin. And let's see, who else do we have? Mason Haney in the number 89. We have DC Smith in the 77. Tom LeBar in the 99. Brian Lawson from Mud Dog Motorsports in the 34. Looks like 3 drivers didn't make it. That's Totman, Clark, and Shepard. So this one is going to be interesting as we go here. Getting ready to start this B main consolation race. It does, okay, it says 14 to the feature. Before it said 1, and I was like, okay. So everybody will actually make it into the A main. They're battling for position here. So wherever they finish in the B main should be relative to where they will start in the A. They will be back a few spots, but the better they do in this race will correlate to where they're going to start for that A main. So look like, nope, I don't see what happened for the caution flag. So we will catch up to it next time. We are 4 laps in on 12 laps the distance. Delaware restart here? What do we got going on? Looks like it. Ryan Krause out front. I don't think Evans was able to get up there in time. But Ryan Krause in the 7K trying to get checked out as quick as possible. Kevin Robinson in the 60B holding down that second position. And we've got a freight train on the outside line. It is the 02 JR and the 711 of William Evans. Ethan Decker right there in the number 5. Oh, we've got problems in the back of the pack. And that one was a mess. Kevin Robinson still holding down that second position. The number 89 was able to clear the track there, but it was a wreck. Bradley Steinruck there in the 02 JR trying to make his way around for the second position. Can't do it at the moment. Kevin Robinson on the bottom of the track, hauling the mail in the 60B, holding down that second position as Ryan Krause just checked out. Ethan Decker battling with William Evans as well. Right there you see it. And Nicholas Ham also in the bunch right there in the 611. So Ryan Krause trying to get this one over with as quickly as possible to get on to the main in the 7K. And Steinruck is battling right now with Robinson. Robinson not giving up on that inside line. He might squeak it out. Steinruck up into the wall, rides the fence around. Look at that roller coaster right there. There was a yard sale up on the front straightaway. If anybody's looking for used car parts for a big block modified, make sure you check that out. So I do believe that we will be skipping the warm-up race here. The final practice session. I believe that's what they told me. I believe they're giving the people enough time to mess with their setup from the B main, and then we will be rocking and rolling right into the A. All right, so checkered flags are flying in the final warm-up session there. And we are getting ready for the A main. Here we go. We're going to fire right on through them. Here we go. AJ Albreda started in the number 22 on the pole position. Outside row number 1 in the number 98 from the Mod Squad, it is Andrew Clark. AJ Petrobowski in the number 72 on the inside of row number 2. Cody Jackson in the number 99 outside row number 2. Logan Gill, Tyler Parrish on the inside of row number 3 with Logan Gill in the number 28 on the Mod Squad outside row number 3. Jeffrey Doherty in the 22 JZ inside row number 4 with Garrett Bauer outside in the 27. Ryan Kraus, Cameron Evans in the 02E inside row number 5. Ryan Kraus in the 7K from the Mod Squad outside. And we've got Bradley Steinruck, Kevin Robinson, Ethan Decker, William Evans, DC Smith, Nicholas Ham, Matt Irwin, Brian Lawson, Tyler Totman, Tom Labar, Mason Haney, and that should do it. We are green flag racing here at Fairbury. Getting it done right now as they are coming around lap number 1, 3 wide for the lead. Caution flag already out on the speedway there. Let's see what happened here. So it looks like Bradley Steinruck might have started this. Let's go back and take a look here. So Steinruck right there in the 02 JR. They are 4 wide back there. Kevin Robinson. Oh. So it looked like Kevin Robinson, Ethan Decker maybe. Watch it again here. Ethan Decker might have been involved here. I'm not sure. No bueno. Ethan Decker putting it all the way in on the inside there. Cameron Evans looked like he might have gotten the worst of that deal in the 02E. So tough break for those drivers. They're going to have their work cut out for them here in the Dust Bowl we call Fairbury. We are going back to green flag right now. Andrew Clark right there battling with AJ Petrobowski for the lead. Looks like Nicholas Ham might have went around and got a lap ahead. There we go. Now it's straightened out. So Andrew Clark with the lead and another caution flag out on the speedway. We are 5 laps in of 50 laps the distance here. So hopefully these guys settle in and put it on cruise control for a little bit. Let's see. It looks like Garrett Bauer might have been this one. Let's take a look. Oh, yep. Garrett Bauer comes to a halt, bringing out the second caution here at Fairbury. So Petrobowski, one fast cat, as well as Andrew Clark. Both good drivers battling for the lead. You got AJ Albreda right behind him. Logan Gill in that 4th spot right now. Lots of good racing to come here. 50 laps the distance. Andrew Clark going to bring him back down and around. Started on the outside, catches the wall. That's not going to be good. He's going to lose some momentum to AJ Petrobowski. Petrobowski going to try and take over the lead as he is working down the inside line. It is definitely a 2-lane racetrack for sure. High and low. Now Clark. Oh man, just as Clark was getting ready to pull around, the caution flag comes back out for lap number 6. So let's see, that one might have been Mason Haney or Tyler Topman here. Haney in the number 89, I believe. Yep. Oh, so Haney gets into Topman, and then they stack up behind and just send each other across and leave one stuck on top of the tractor tire. Looks like Monster Jam out there. Hopefully they can tighten it up here as we are going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. All right, looks like driver getting his lap back, and they extended the caution flag there for him. So it looks like they're going to go one more time around before we go back to green flag. Andrew Clark and AJ Petrobowski still on the front row. AJ Albreda and Logan Gill sitting second. Then you have, let's see, Tyler Parrish and Cody Jackson in the third row. That's going to be a good one here as we get rolling back once again. Andrew Clark keeps it off the wall on this restart, so he should have a little bit better head of steam. And he gets around Petrobowski. Petrobowski gets into Albreda, but no harm, no foul. They're still rocking and rolling. Little Rubbins racing. It didn't upset either car, so they were able to keep on going. Clark trying to get checked out in this one if he can. He's got about 1 to 2 car lengths over Petrobowski. Petrobowski battling with Albreda right there, so that's going to slow him down just a little bit because he's not running the line that he absolutely wants or that's ideal. He was having to chop it down there trying to run that low line and stay down off the wall. So now he's going to try and get another good solid run as Albreda bumps into the wall. Tyler Parrish sitting in 4th. Jeffrey Doherty in 5th right now. Let's go a little bit further back in the pack here. William Evans battling with Doherty. They are trying to catch back up to the top 4 cars there. Cody Jackson and William Evans. There's some good battling back in here. Kevin Robinson battling right there with the number 77 of DC Smith. But right now, let's flash back up front. We are 12 laps in here of 50 laps. I don't know how these guys are able to see a whole lot because I can barely see it on the broadcast. But they are getting it done right now out here at Fairbury. So we're going to ride along with Petrobowski and see what he's looking at here. So there you go. Look at him sawing at the wheel there to try and hold that bottom line. He's working on AJ Albreda in the number 22 car. And he's having to stay down off the wall there, at least one lane, to give Albreda enough room to work as well. And they are getting it done right there. We'll ride along with your leader here a little bit. He's got a little bit cleaner track, a little bit easier to see. That is Andrew Clark right there from the Mod Squad, the number 98, riding just over his right-hand shoulder. And whoa, that was awesome. So there you go. That's what it looks like when the leaders are coming up on the caution flag and the wrecked cars. So let's go back and take a look and see what brought that one out. Looks like Garrett Bauer here. Let's go back and take a look here. Bauer in the number 27, red, silver, and fluorescent yellow right there, as you can see. Oh, and he just catches the tractor tire, gets a little flip from Matt Irwin, and right out in front of the leaders. They could not get woed down. He knocked the rear end out of that car, so that one is going to be going back to the pits to get fixed. He's trying to crab walk it and get it off the track. He's trying to save himself a tow here is what he's trying to do. And he might do it. Hopefully he doesn't wreck into any other cars while doing it, though. So we're getting restacked, re-racked, and ready to rock and roll here with 16 laps in at Fairbury of 50 laps the distance. Kelly Robinson checking in over on YouTube. Good job, Kevin. So Kelly rooting for Kevin Robinson there in the 60B. We are going to go back to green flag racing right now with Andrew Clark trying to take back over the point from AJ Albreda. Albreda in the number 22, blue and yellow. Tyler Parrish rubbing the wall just a little bit. He got a good handle on it now, though, pulls it back down and trying to get it back into that third position. Petrobowski now falling back into the fourth position. I see cars sideways towards the back of the pack. Hopefully they kept them all going straight. I think they did, as we are still green flag racing here at Fairbury. Clark getting it done. They are all the way out against the wall. Both him and Albreda, as well as Tyler Parrish, flirting with disaster. Now Petrobowski looking down on the inside of Parrish. Petrobowski there in the all-black number 72, racing against the white, red, and blue Tyler Parrish, the number 10. He is trying to make that bottom side work. Andrew Clark is just setting sail on the outside, hoping that he can keep it off the wall. He is flirting with disaster. Only inches off the wall right now. It's only going to get skinnier as the night goes on here, as we are approaching halfway. Let's take a look a little bit further back here. You'll see Petrobowski battling there with Tyler Parrish for the third and fourth positions. Behind him is Doherty somewhere in the dust cloud. There he is, the 22 JZ. And that's not going to do it. Let's see. There we go. The 22 JZ of Jeffrey Doherty running in the fifth position. Battle for sixth right there between Cody Jackson and DC Smith. Smith in the 77, Jackson in the 99. Down on the inside, look at them battling side by side. Neither one giving up on the position. They are just trying to get it done. Caution flag back out on the speedway. Let's see what happened there. Oh no, might have been Mud Dog Motorsports driver Brian Lawson. Let's go back and take a look here real quick. So Lawson there in the 34. And he's coming along. Let's see. Oh! Tough break there for Brian Lawson. Then hits the tire, trying to get it going once again. Man, tough break for him there. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Mason Mier, go AJ. So he could be either talking about AJ Albreda or AJ Petrobowski. Not sure which one, but we'll wish them both good luck. They are green flag racing right there. Your leaders battling for position. Albreda with the slide job. Clark sees it, ducks underneath, and keeps his momentum. Now Petrobowski throwing it in on the inside. Still trying to work that inside line. Things stacking up back by Kevin Robinson. Let's take a look. I saw his car. Logan Gill's working back there. You've got DC Smith. Tom LeBar trying to work his way back up front after some early incident there. 7K of Ryan Krause. Woo! Robinson taking the nose off of Tyler Totman, but they all keep it going. Totman having to check up big time. Andrew Clark out front in this one in the number 98. Starting to pull away slightly from AJ Albreda and Petrobowski as well. Both AJs running in the second and third positions. Tyler Parrish now on a slight breakaway in the fourth position. He gets a little reprieve from having to battle with Jeffrey Doherty there in fifth. Now Doherty has some help right there with Cody Jackson. Jackson was working on the inside, and here comes Ryan Krause in the 7K. Krause, the winner of the B main, trying to work his way up. He has cracked into the top 10. He is in seventh right there in the 7K. Kraus now working on the inside. 34 laps in. Let's go back up to the leader. We can see him still, kinda. There's a better shot right there. As he is getting around the track still very nicely. He is starting to spread out over AJ Albreda. And Petrobowski still working that inside line, and it seems to be working for him. Now they're going to crisscross. Albreda's working the bottom side, and Petrobowski was going high. Now they flip-flopping back and forth for that second and third position. Petrobowski with a slight lead that lap for the second position. He is going to get a better head of steam coming out of the corner there. Dives it all the way down, keeps it right on rocking and rolling. And the caution flag back out on the speedway. So just as they were getting some momentum, everything is broken. Uh-oh, that might have been DC Smith. Let's take a look. DC Smith down the inside, the number 77. Right there you see him battling with Logan Gill. Logan Gill gets into him, and DC Smith goes around, collects Tom Barr. Topman trying to squeeze in there. Tough break there for DC Smith. Andrew Clark still your leader here in this one. We're going to go back green flag at lap number 38. So we're going to have about a 12-lap shootout here. Petrobowski with a huge slide job. Clark can't check up in time. So now it's going to be Petrobowski out front. Albreda in second. Andrew Clark now driving the wheels off that thing to get back up to the point. We're going to be going to 40 laps. So it'll be a 10-lap shootout this time by. There it is right there. So 10 laps left. Clark trying to chase back down Petrobowski. Petrobowski trying to steal this one. Oh, no! Tyler Parrish gets into AJ Albreda. That's going to bring out the caution flag. We kind of saw it on the broadcast there slightly. Let's go back and take a better look at it here. So there's the number 22. Watch as he comes up track. They're going to make slight contact here. Boom. Just enough. Right front comes into contact with left rear. We knock some rear ends out of the deal. Almost get a car stuck on the tire there. Tough break for AJ Albreda. Running in that second position for most of the race. And just some slight contact there with him and Parrish. Not sure what Albreda's trying to do there. Pits are on the inside, bud. So Petrobowski going to be the leader, and we are going to green flag right now. Good thing I jumped back when I did. So we are going to lap number 42 here this time by with AJ Petrobowski out front. Clark in second. Now Tyler Parrish in the 10 car. Uh-oh. Things happening with Tyler Parrish there. Cody Jackson and Logan Gill all stacking up behind him. Jeffrey Doherty. Woo! These guys are getting awfully racy now. Wouldn't be surprised to see a caution flag come out in the next lap or two, as these guys are really racing hard. Hopefully they can all hold it together. Battle is for the lead right now. Andrew Clark getting that high side back. Petrobowski now trying to shut the door. Does it again. Keeps Clark behind him, but just barely. Now he's going to get into the wall. Clark going to shoot down the inside with a slide job. Petrobowski going to chop him back down underneath and take back over that high side. Now both drivers getting into the wall there, and Tyler Parrish loving this. Parrish going to try and sneak one out. 46 in. Oh, boy. So that might have been Bradley Steinruck. Let's go back and take a look at what brought out the caution flag here. Oh, jeez Louise. So that looked like Kevin Robinson and Steinruck came into contact there. Huge contact. And that is probably going to end both of their nights. As we are back up front getting ready for what will possibly be the final restart here in this one. So Petrobowski going to bring him back down to the green flag. Clark trying to work on the inside. Can't get it done yet. He's going to need a little bit to get it wound up. Petrobowski trying to snatch this one away from Clark. Clark led most of the laps here, but it only matters on which one is leading the last lap. And we're coming up on it here in just a moment. Clark doing everything he can to run that high side, and he is high side hustling, trying to chase down Petrobowski. Petrobowski now holding that top side line, and he's going to dive down the inside and let it work its way up. We are on the last lap, folks. This one is here. The end is nigh. Tyler Parrish is trying to see what he can do. He has nothing for the top two drivers. It's going to be Petrobowski, Clark, Parrish in third, Gill in fourth, Doherty fifth. Sixth is going to be Cody Jackson. Seventh, Ryan Krause. Eighth, Tyler Topman. Ninth, Tom Labar. Kevin Robinson going to take home the top 10. Best of the rest, D.C. Smith, Brian Lawson, Ethan Decker, Nicholas Ham, Matt Irwin, Bradley Steinruck, Garrett Bauer, A.J. Albreda coming home in 18th, William Evans 19th, Mason Haney 20th. Wow, that was a crazy race right there. We're going to give these guys a moment to hopefully pull on to the front stretch here. We do have them there. And we will get some driver interviews, hopefully. So here we go. Coming home in third place tonight in the number 10 car, it's Tyler Parrish. How are you doing, bud?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. We had a pretty good run going. I found a decent line there at the end. Just man, Andrew and AJ are so quick each week. I didn't really have anything for him there at the end.
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy race out there. Looked like you at one point you might have actually almost taken home the win with the way that Petrobowski and Clark were mixing it up and beating each other's door down for the lead there. You almost had a pretty good shot of just sneaking right through.
Yeah, I saw him battling there for about the whole entire race. I was just trying not to mess up on the top to get to him there, and couldn't seem to get a good enough run going. I got pretty close that one time, but then the caution came out after I got to second. But
Yeah, man. I mean, was it as did you find that it was as dusty for you in the race as it was on the broadcast?
it was, man, I don't know what iRacing did to these things, but
It's like a dust bowl,
it's like
right?
it's like real life out here, man. I couldn't see anything behind Andrew and them. It was tough.
Yeah, that's the way it was. I kept trying to do a few little ride-alongs with you guys as you guys were following each other, and yeah, I would say it's pretty close to real life. You can't see very much at all. Before it used to be nice and clear, and now looks like you're racing in the middle of the desert. So for sure. Well, it was a great race, man. And I mean, there was a few cautions there. And were you just trying to hit your marks, or what was your strategy for the restarts?
Uh, I was trying to follow Andrew. He's usually I can get his restarts pretty good. Uh, I got I got pretty good jumps each time on the restart. I was lucky to get the top early in the race, sitting fourth all the time,
Hmm.
so I didn't fall way back and get held on the bottom. But I don't know. You just gotta be up on the wheel and ready for him to take off. You can't really miss a restart here, or else you fall way behind.
Absolutely. And then I noticed that there was that incident with AJ Albreda, and it looked like there was just some slight contact, but it was enough to just shoot him to the inside. It was like a weird net code issue, but you guys were battling pretty hard for that position at that time.
Yeah, I got into the wall a little bit and might have came down just a sliver, but he said it was net code. That's just the thing that happens with here sometimes with so many cars on the track. It kind of gets net cody at times.
Right. Yeah, I mean it didn't look like any, intentional takeouts or anything like that, but it looked like you guys made slight contact and then it just like shot him out of a cannon straight towards the infield tires. So, yeah, it was crazy, but good job on third
Yeah.
place tonight, man. And who would you like to thank who helped get you onto the podium?
I don't really have a skin, but I'd like to thank my dad and my mom. They fund me in real life, and RPM Motors. It's my dad's company that funds a lot of it. Keith from K Graphics, Gary Sisson from Gary's Auto Sales, Tom Rogers Racing Engines, um, Paul and Stevie Wilmoth from Quick Time Suspension. Just everybody that's done anything for us.
Well, there you go. Make sure you check out Redline Race Designs March Madness sale. $5 off for all paints this month.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
Absolutely. That's Tyler Parrish. Great job, man. And I can't wait to see how this, the championship's really shaping up now. And I'm here rooting for you, brother. Keep it going, man.
Thank you, Dave.
Absolutely. Take care. That's Tyler Parrish in the number 10, coming home in third place tonight. In the second spot from the Mod Squad, high side hustling the whole race. Andrew Clark in the number 98.
I was trying. I was trying.
Boy, I was wondering if you guys were going to have any fenders left after about like lap 30-ish, right around there. You guys were leaning on each other a little bit, but I mean, nobody got too crazy. It was just really hard racing for the lead.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wish those couple of those cautions didn't come out. I was checked out the one time by almost 2 seconds, and caution came out and reeled them back in, unfortunately. And then I love racing around AJ Albreda and AJ Petrovsky, man. They're great drivers, so I love racing around those guys.
I mean, there was lap after lap after lap where you guys were at least two wide, if not three wide, battling for the top three positions. It was absolutely insane. It was great racing. And
Oh yeah, it was fun.
yeah, I mean, I was talking to Tyler, and it was it was a dust bowl on the broadcast, and he said that it seemed to translate the same being in car. Did you find that as well after this update iRacing did?
Uh, I mean, for me personally, when I was out in the lead, it wasn't too bad, but at one green flag run we had, I started catching the back of the pack and started to get dusty where I couldn't even see entering the corner. I was just looking for the wall to make sure I wasn't close to it.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know what they did, uh, but hopefully there's a patch that comes out soon, maybe.
Yeah, I mean that would be nice,
iRacing,
but
please.
yeah,
Thank
it
you.
gave it a little real life feeling. Also, I was
Yeah, for
talking to a
sure.
couple of the guys. It also
It's more
uh,
chaotic too.
yeah, more chaotic and yeah, actually have to focus. We didn't have much chatter in the Discord, unlike we usually do.
Right. Well, I mean, it was an awesome race, and just watching you guys battle for the lead there, and not spinning each other out, but you were. I don't think you could have driven that car any harder, man. I don't think you had much more, did you?
No, I was driving as hard as I could. I got into a wall a couple times, but luckily I had a decent gap behind me. But cautions just had to come out and punch him back up. So wish they didn't.
Well, there you go, brother. Who would you like to thank who helped get you home one spot short of the win tonight?
I think Hands Performance, RC Services, Rocco Construction, my girlfriend, all my family that's watching down in Virginia. gotta thank the Mod Squad. You know, they're a big part of who I've become as a racer. So can't thank them enough. And I gotta thank you, Dave, coming out here and putting on the broadcast for a second straight week. It's been a pleasure trying to make some good shows for the broadcast and get more people to tune into more of your races.
Well, we definitely appreciate you guys as well, and yeah, I mean it's been awesome to be able to come out and call some different drivers than what we normally see on the broadcast, and it's been a lot of fun. So, thanks for having us. We definitely appreciate it as well. And we got a little break, and then we'll probably be coming back for the season finale. Correct?
Yep, we got 1 week off next week. We got a couple drivers heading down to Bristol to watch some racing and stuff. So we're gonna take the week off and come back for championship night, and hopefully I can keep the championship in check and hopefully maybe win it.
There you go. That's the goal, right?
Oh yeah, hopefully.
There you go. Well, that is Andrew Clark in the number 98 coming home in second from the Mod Squad tonight. And with the win, you can almost see the numbers on the side of his car, but I assure you it is 72. AJ Petrobowski, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, pretty good. 2 in a row. This is pretty cool.
Yeah. But I tell you what, Andrew made you work for that one.
Yeah, I'm sweating here. I'm not going to lie to you. Me and Andrew had a really good race there. Almost better than mine and Cody's finish last week.
It was pretty crazy. I noticed that you had run on some of the sliders. You really were able to take away a lot of his momentum and almost parked it, up in front of him. Were you worried that he wouldn't be able to check up in time and get into you too much to spin you out, or did you just keep right on trucking?
I was just trying to make it as clean as I could, and I tried to keep it out of the wall at the same time, so it was really just a fine line in between there. I usually, me and Andrew run pretty good together, so I was trying to keep it clean with him.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to the other drivers, and we were talking about the dust. How did that impact you tonight after this iRacing update? It seems to be a lot more like the atmosphere is a lot different in the race. Did you find
To be
that?
honest with you, I love it. Really, that makes me feel at home because it's just a real life feeling you got with the dust and the ruts and the corners and how slick it gets and how like fine of a line there is on the top. It was just a really good track to race on, I think.
Yeah, I feel like they did a good job with this update, but boy, I tell you what, maybe they can figure out something, or we can figure out something for the broadcast, because it was a dust bowl. watching
Yeah,
all the watching all the drivers. I mean, I agree with you. I think it adds a little bit more realism, because when you're out on the track, there's chaos going on everywhere, and you're trying to control it as best you can, and that is part of what makes racers racers. So I think it's a welcomed addition. Hopefully, we can figure out something for the broadcast, though, just to make it
yeah,
a
I
little bit
totally
better.
agree with you.
So,
It definitely probably sucked for the broadcast, but it made on for some good racing up front here.
well, I don't know. I've been to a few Dust Bowl dirt tracks on a Saturday night where you had to squint because you were afraid you were going to get dust in the eyeballs, or, you couldn't barely see the cars out on the track. It was kind of like that.
Yep, that or a nice hot Sunday afternoon on race day where it's just a dust bowl and sunny
Right?
as heck.
Just
Yeah,
baking out about, July, August.
yeah,
Yeah,
birds.
for sure. Well, hey, man, who would you like to thank for the win tonight? Who helped get you into victory lane?
AMP General Contracting. It's pretty cool that the Mod Squad's putting on this league. This is only my second race here, and it's a really good league. They have really good admins and just good officiating overall. But back to the car, Fastline Performance, Dig Racing Products, Doneth Motor Works. I mean, that's about it, really.
When are you going to get your car fixed? Your paint scheme fixed?
Oh, we'll get her fixed for next week. This was just a joke. I forgot that I had it on, and that's totally my bad.
Well, I was like, huh, okay.
Yeah, you could probably
72.
barely see it in the broadcast with the dust.
Yeah, not at all. All you could see was a black car, kinda. It looked like a shadow running around the track. So,
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. Well, congratulations on the win, brother. It sounds like they're taking next week off, so there'll be a 1 week break due to the Bristol race, and then they'll be coming back in 2 weeks. So hopefully we will see you again then, and maybe we will continue doing more interviews, huh?
Yeah, that'd be cool. 2 in a row is something, but 3 would be pretty cool for having only 3 races. Hopefully we can get a good one in the season finale they got there.
There you go. Sounds good. Well, we will look for you there. That is AJ Petrobowski taking home the win tonight. Once again, 2 in a row in the number 72. And that is going to do it for us here at Fairbury, folks. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. My name is Dave Ward for Pushing the Cushion Productions. I will say good night. Thank you again to the Mod Squad for letting us get on the broadcast here, and take care. See you next time.